Okay, so this is the activity that is supposed to lead up to the checkpoint number 4. However, because we are collecting writing samples for TELPAS, I made a video instead to go along with it. You can watch this video today to complete this activity, and I hope that it helps you when you complete your checkpoint number 4. Okay, Cashbox. Nola was selling tickets at the high school dance. At the end of the evening, she picked up the cash box and noticed $1 lying on the floor next to it. She said, "I wonder whether the dollar belongs inside the cash box or not." The price of tickets for the dance was one ticket for $5 for individuals or two tickets for $8 for couples. She looked inside the cash box and found $200 and ticket stubs for the 47 students in attendance. Does the dollar belong inside the cash box or not? Okay, so to find the answer to this, I'm going to start by making some equations. So first of all, we're talking about different groups. The first group is for individuals, and the second group is for couples. So I'm going to say I is for individual people, and I'm going to say C is for couples. Now we know that one ticket for individuals is $5. So I can do $5 times I, and that's going to give me the total amount I would have spent, or individual people would have spent on tickets. And then I'm going to add, I know that tickets for couples were $8. So I'm going to do $8 times C, the number of couples that were there. And if I add up the total amount that individuals spend and the total amount that couples spend, I know that they spend a total of $200. So this is all going to equal $200. For the second part of my information tells me that there were 47 students that attended. So if I add the number of individuals, I, and the number of couples times 2, because there's 2 people that make up one couple, there should be a total of 47 students. So there is my system of equations. I had to identify the two things that I was talking about, which were individuals and couples. And then I was able to write my system of equations. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go to decimals.com. I'm going to press start graphing. And I'm going to type in both of my equations. My first equation is 5i plus 8c equals 200. But instead of I, I'm going to use x. Plus 8, instead of c, I'm going to use y, equals 200. And the reason I'm using x and y instead of I and c is because I don't see those options here. Then I have I plus 2c equals 47. So I'm going to use x plus 2y equals 47. Now let me see if I can drag this a little bit. Okay, I hope you can see my screen better. So this is where I typed in my two equations. Again, these were the equations that I came up with, my system of equations. System because there's 2 or more. And then I just went to decimals.com and I typed them in. Now if I look at my screen, I can't really see the equations. And the reason for that is because I am using pretty big numbers. So I'm going to zoom out. And when I zoom out, I can see the two equations and I can see the point where they intersect. I'm going to click on that point. That point happens to be 12, 17.5. So my x value, which in this case happens to be I, is going to be 12. And my y value, which in this case is c, number of couples, happens to be 17.5. So this lets me know that there were 12 individual students that attended. And then there were 17 and a half couples that attended. So maybe I know half of a couple would just be one person. So that still kind of makes sense. And if I want to make sure that this is correct, I can just take those two numbers and substitute them in.